Hello world. Today is another subscribers request episode 13. I got request from this guy. Sir, I'm your biggest fan. I loved your videos. I request you please make video on how to make a locomotive in Blender 2.8. I think this one should be interesting to me personally, because I never was really interested in locomotive and trains, and it's very outside of my area of expertise. Actually, I'm not really an expert or anything. I like to know a lot of stuff, but I have difficulty to memorize stuff. So, and this tutorial, this request is going to be, I'm not going to actually model, well, I'm going to model a thing, but I'm going to use different approach. Let's imagine I have a real tight deadline, because usually that is this is the case, usually clients want stuff like done yesterday. It's always like that. They asking like when it should be done. It's supposed to be completed yesterday, so I have to do something really fast. So I downloaded couple trains, couple locomotives. This one I downloaded off the internet. Very generic locomotive, I gotta say. This one and another one. These two, like modern times, generic locomotives with fairly detailed, with a fair amount of detailization, I think. Not a lot of textures, but again, in my opinion, all texturing has to be procedural texturing, because it takes way too much time, I think. In my personal opinion, no materials really applied yet, just materials which were applied in different programs. I imported from another program. Well, first I wanna show you where I got it from. I got these models from this website, 3D warehouse. It's a Google thing, the Google SketchUp 3D models. Just type anything you want. In this case it's a locomotive, and it will find you a lot of 3D models, various quality. So some of them high polygonal, some of them not as high, not as high quality. You can find a lot of various quality, and I have to warning you that importing files could be another set of issues too. So be careful. Sometimes you need to use different ways to do it. There is another website with a lot of free 3D models. I think it was Archive 3D. This one, archive3d.net. Here you can find a lot of free 3D models too. So, and again, if you doing some project, even for yourself, personal project, in order to save time, just you can, instead of modeling everything yourself, you can find models online. Yeah, so maybe sometimes it makes sense just to try to find it, because texturing, applying materials, animation, it could take a lot of time. It could eat a lot of time too. So just be reasonable, just to have common sense. Okay. And also I find and downloaded some references, some of the pictures of locomotives. I call it, or they call it, maybe I heard it from somewhere, inspiration board, they call it, something like that. So, pictures from you get inspired from. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And this one personally I like a lot. Has very interesting design. It's an old-fashioned locomotive from old time, and its design look amazing, like a steampunk or something. And it's some real locomotive, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but it was from what's a state, Texas or Pennsylvania. I gotta look it up, but if you have time, you can look it up yourself. But if this thing was real, it is really cool. It is really cool. I would like to take a look. I would like this one, interesting too. Very, very, very classic looking, old-fashioned locomotive. Okay, and I wanted to design something myself, so I downloaded 3D models of it just to save time, because most of the parts and details, they're kind of generic. They're same on every locomotive. So, and personally, I also really like this one from Resident Evil 2. So I think the design of it is really good too. It's a very kind of standard, kind of maybe somewhat generic look, but I don't know, somehow it looks really cool, I think. I don't think that kind of locomotive exists in real life, but in a game it's very organic and it feels real. Or maybe I'm subjective in my opinion, because personally I really like this game. I wish I want to buy it, that remake they made just lately, a few months ago. But I'm kind of, on the other side, I'm kind of afraid to be disappointed. Well, okay, let's start doing something. Okay. Also, during modeling, because there are a lot of blank spaces in time to fill, and I don't want to be quiet. I don't have much to say, entertaining to say to you, but I wanted to talk about something. I wanted to say something, and I wish that my voice was heard. Well, not heard, it's just how to explain it even. I wish to tell about something to somebody who would listen to me. Maybe like a therapy thing, or I cannot really explain it. But today I was gonna talk about annoying people. It's a little bit the topic is kinda how to say correctly, well, not a taboo, but it's just lately some things happened, and it's kinda I need to talk about it. I need to talk about it. I just really don't like intrusive people. Intrusive. In what way? Like there are some people like you met in your life. They're kind of acting weird and unpleasant towards you. Like how to say that correctly? How to explain it? Well, I like things what I do, and I think of myself. Well, at least I would like to think of myself like I'm a nice person, and I'm trying to be nice to everybody. But there are some sort of personalities people have. It's like douchebags and just jerks. I don't know how to say that more clearly. Probably you met, everybody met people like that, you know. Those type of personalities, they kind of nobody wants to hang out with them. Nobody ever wants to how to say, even talk to them. And it's very annoying if people you know, people you love, some people who are close to you, if they're kind of in relationship with them. And now, because of that, you have to tolerate those kind of personalities, jerks. Because of the people who are close to you, you have to tolerate unpleasant people who are with them in the moment. And it is just unpleasant and difficult a lot of times. Just how to say that. I should have prepared for it, but again, because I don't have anything entertaining to say, I was gonna talk about something which kind of what I have in mind right now, what I have in mind. And right now I'm in that kind of position that because of the loved ones I have to tolerate some total assholes, and it is not really it is difficult, and also that kind of personalities, I feel like they don't have any friends. I'm sure of it. They don't have any real friends. That's why they're so attracted to people who has warmth in their hearts, and it just well, my family and I, we are always good people. Well, at least I would like to think so. To everybody, to everybody. We don't how to say. Yeah, we do not differentiate people from like bad to good. We try to be good to everybody, and good people, they are not intrusive. They are good. They have a conscious mind, and they're never going to overstay your welcome. Is that an expression? And because they have a good personality, they can sense when they have to leave, or they can sense when you need to be alone, and they can leave you alone, and it's totally fine and okay. But that kind of intrusive people, as jerks and assholes, they totally oblivious to what you feel. They just see their own needs, what they want, and they acting like they have no idea what they want. In any normal family, normal household, those kind of types of personality gets kicked out immediately. But because we are nice, and we cannot just kick out people, and because we are maybe too nice, and that is difficult to us, to good people. And also from what I noticed from my life experience, well, I'm almost 40 now, and if, for example, there is a couple, if guy is good, the lady is always total jerk and bitchy and not good at all. And if the lady is a good, real good, like a very nice, warm, and just all the way good, then she always somehow, by some miracle, I think, stay with a total jerk and an asshole. I have no idea why it's happening like that, but it is like that. And this is just absolutely amazing and surprising to me. How is that even possible? But you have to admit, like, life as it is. You have to take life as it is. But a lot of time I don't think I understand it, why it is like that. And how to get rid of those annoying people, how to avoid them. I don't know. I feel like if someone cool and interesting, those kind of type of personalities, they wanna take that coolness from them. there is the expression, if I'm not mistaken, steal your thunder. I think they say it like that. Just acting like you trying to be like you, or just I don't know. I feel like they try to steal your personality, or try to maybe inadvertently try to be like you. I don't know. I never noticed doing something like that myself. Maybe I did something like that. Who knows? I'm just blocking out the things I did not nice. Who knows how the person's memory work, people's memory work. You see what I'm doing? I'm trying to model to a existing generic chassis. I'm trying to model a new body shape. After I take a look on some references, and I'm kinda borrowing some elements of design, some elements of shape to a design I would like to make. And because I'm right now I'm kind of trying to wrap a design to a existing locomotive. I'm kind of limited by its proportions and details. Well, it's still very early stage, and again, what I was planning to do this project within one subscriber's request episode video. Basically within 1 hour. I'm trying to make those videos less than 1 hour or less than 1 hour long, because I have difficulties to upload them online. I don't have a good internet connection here, and to me it's a big issue to upload a big size file to YouTube. So also, the guy who asked me to do it, he didn't specify here, did he wanted it like a sci-fi look, or what kind of looks he wants, or he just a very regular train. If he wanted just a regular train, here it is. It already exists. It needed maybe reapply it and reset some materials on it, or maybe some texturing. But because I wanted to kind of design new, not existing in real world shape, so I'm trying to come up with some new design. And if we can get back to the topic of the intruding people, maybe I didn't make clear the thing I'm facing right now. There's some of the people, intrusive people, they're intrusive so much. They kind of they're ruining your life, and they make it very difficult to enjoy life. So it's just to the point you don't know what to do, and it is not easy, and you don't really even know how to say, maybe not to think about it so too much. Usually I used to deal with things like that, with for example, right now with this virus going on, it makes life difficult too, but also I concern for my elderly parents, and this another thing is just kind of waiting to those people to disappear, even though it's you just can't wait when they leave, but they're not planning to leave. They feel alright at your place. They how to say it? Well, maybe I should get clear with the amount of intrusiveness. Can you imagine a person who stay at your place, eat your food, and especially at the times as difficult as now because of that virus going on, and that person also tried to order you around in your place, in your home. This is that much difficult and no good. And because you care about a person you like, your close family member, you cannot really say anything to that intrusive person. So it's this difficult situation. And again, in any regular household, in any regular normal people's place, those kind of people would be kicked out immediately. But I have to keep it nice. I have to stay nice, and even though I reduce my conversation with them to a zero, I try to be quiet all the time, but I don't think that it's okay to be quiet at your own place. I feel like I'm not in my own house. I feel like I'm in someone else's house because of that kind of intrusive person. It may sound weird, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? There is not much you can do. Maybe I should color it to some cool color to make it look serious and monumental. It is already look, actually, I think, really cool and it has some monument qualities in it, like a sculpture. It is actually really cool design, I think, especially from lower angle. It does look really cool, even though it's a kind of very generic locomotive. But now it's missing additional details, maybe some rivets and some cut lines, things like that. Maybe some what's they call it, grids and these kind of little details. Something is off. So what should I do? What should I do? I'm still saying about that. What should you really do if you have to deal with situations like that? With intrusive, annoying people. And it's just personally for me it is kind of not easy, because I really hate that kind of people. I would hang out with almost anybody, I'm okay, but that kind of people who are intrusive, it's just absolutely worst in my opinion, and very difficult to deal with. I hate this kind of empty moments during tutorial. I cannot really explain every other movement. I just don't see the point if you are watching it. And this kind of subscriber requests are I'm not doing for a very beginner, for just beginners who just started learning Blender like very recently. I have different type of videos. I started like Blender basics, but this videos subscribers request, I'm just doing some stuff my subscribers requested, if I have time and if I think they're interesting. This locomotive thing was interesting for me because I never really done anything like that. And again, just imagine if I have like a real what's they call it, deadline, like tomorrow. If I have to complete it by tomorrow, what I would have done. And most likely I would have done something like this. just downloaded existing locomotive and try to redesign its shape. So approximate and kind of quick and speed it up. But if you need results very quickly and extremely fast, you just have to get through it. And it's just, I think, effective way to model. Because if you really have to model with all details just by yourself, you're never gonna do it within one day, within few hours. And a lot of times clients and demands have to be met in very short period of time. Everyone wants to get their projects done very quickly, practically instantly. Yeah, I wish I had a time to do projects in my kind of leisure time, comfortably, take as much time as I want. But reality is different. Reality is rough. I just modeled kind of like rivets and distributed it along the body shape. So it would have some little details on it. Because right now it doesn't read as a detailed model. And probably I have to do some cut lines. Because the train, especially the object with that size, cannot be made in one shot with one piece of like one mold. So it has to have some cut lines. I didn't take a look on actual time. Oh yeah, it's 39 minutes, so I have just 20 minutes to complete the project. Can I do it within 1 hour? Can I finish the project with 20 minutes left? I'm afraid I will not be able to finish it within 20 minutes, but I have to try. Kinda don't like how this area looks like. Scoop. This scoop. So most likely no, still something is off. There's some rivets almost invisible. It needs some details, some additional details. This is also most time consuming thing in 3D modeling, adding details to it. It could take so much time. You can make a 3D model of the base of the basic design very quickly, but later on actual adding of the details you can spend so much time. So be careful with that. And now I have 15 minutes to complete the project. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it, I'm afraid. I'm afraid I won't be able to finish it in time. Maybe to make this details a little bit more visible, Maybe I have to do a different color, different material. And duplicate this detail. Okay, let's make a different material. Like this. It's a slight differentiation, but maybe this one also need to be a little bit different. I like dark gray. I have 13 minutes to finish it. Yeah. It is very little time to actually complete it. Okay, I have 10 minutes to finish it. Unfortunately, this rivet's almost invisible. What if we use this material for a train? No, it didn't make it better. Still, it's missing a lot of details, I'm afraid. But 1 hour is still very short time to actually do a project. And I think I was talking too much. If I was less talking and more doing stuff, that would be maybe done faster. So for just a 1 hour work, I think it's good enough. I have 6 minutes to finish. These rivets I placed kinda a little bit randomly. They have to be positioned on the angles, on the corners. Come on. Something like this. And I didn't add cut lines. That is a mistake too. afraid I don't have much time, because I was planning to do just an hour. Does it have much difference from what it says? From this? Well, it's a little bit boring, but again, it's just 1 hour. Okay, and maybe we need to make a nice shot, interesting shot. Just to make a intriguing thumbnail. For that, okay, I'm just going to import the fog, interesting fog. I already have it in my other project. It's a robot. Okay, it's not in a collection, maybe an object. Well, it's a little bit too much. The locomotive itself, it's not even visible now. I want to make it like it's coming out from a fog. The first time I'm seeing angular fog. Fog clouds. Also probably we need lights for a train itself. It's too much clouds. And it's already again over 1 hour. Fog is a good tool to hide the, to hide kind of incompleteness of the scene. You can make scene very rich if you have a fog and clouds like this. It's a little bit still too intense. Well, I'm gonna call this 1 hour train. Oh, come on. A 1 hour train project. This is the quickest thing I could come up with such a short amount of time, but sometimes it's just the only way, I'm afraid. Sometimes it is only way. You gotta find 3D model online, and you have to use all you can find, all opportunities. If you can animate slightly the fog, you can have even somewhat dynamic scene. Just try to animate it a little bit, like fog is slightly moving through the air. This. If you can see, I hope you can see. Yeah, in order to see it more clearly, you need to render it out, of course. And there is some issue with the headlights and fog kind of disappearing completely from headlights. Doesn't have a shine through it. that EV issue or volume fog issue. And I didn't model the railroad itself. Some angles looks interesting, but fog is way too intense. Well, I'm afraid that's it for today. If you like it, like it. If you don't like it, you can always leave a mean comment in the comment section below. It is okay too. Till next time, bye bye.